Hi, how's it going, guys? Today I'm going to do one of those tag things again because I have nothing better to do. I found one that is just 50 questions no one's asked you, and no one asked me any of these, probably. Some of them maybe, maybe not. I'll tell you as I go through them. There's a lot of questions, so this is probably going to be a longer video than usual. I apologize in advance if it's too long. If it is, you can just kind of skip through it and hear random stuff. If you're new here, I'm Jelena Rolick. I'm an author, I'm a writer and an editor. I am a poet, etc. I do a lot of variety of videos on my channel, so take a look around if you're bored, and if you like what you see, subscribe. Very simple. Let's get this off just because it's already been a minute and I don't want to take all of your time. So the first question here is, what's your favorite candle scent? And if you're new here, you probably won't fully understand the answer, but if you've seen one of my older videos, which I'll link down below, about my sensory issues, I have no sense of smell. So I can't answer this question just because everything smells the same to me. I literally could be standing next to a candle made of poo and it would smell the same as a candle with rose water. You know what I mean? I literally have no sense of smell. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? I don't know. I don't think about those things. I don't really know celebrities that well. The same for the next question, which is, what male celebrity do you wish was your brother? I don't really pay much attention to these things. I don't know celebrities that well, and without knowing them well, I can't really answer this question in good faith. Do you know a word? I think I count as one, probably. Can you do a split? Absolutely not. How old were you when you learned to ride a bike? I was 13. My family started trying to get me to learn much earlier, but I was terrified and wouldn't even try it without training wheels. So I was on training wheels for most of my life. Well, not most of my life now, because that was when I was 13 and I'm 27. Less than half of my life. How many oceans have you swam in? 2, because I've been to the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. Those are the 2 oceans surrounding America, right? Yes, I don't remember right now, but I'm pretty sure it's Pacific and Atlantic. How many countries have you been to? 1, the one I live in. I've never been outside the country, which I don't like. Is anyone in your family in the Army? No, but my grandfather was in the Navy, so still no. What would you name your daughter if you had one? That would depend on a lot of things. Next question is also if you had a son. So for me, it would have a lot to do with my partner. I might use the methods of naming that I grew up with just because of tradition, even though I don't believe in it. Because in Jewish families, or at least I was raised in a family where we use the first letter of an ancestor's name. In my case, I was named after my great-grandfather, whose name was Abraham. Yes, I know it's not the same first letter, but my actual name is Angelina. That is my pen name, and I'm going to stick to it. But, so for my children, I have no idea. I don't even know if I'm having children, and if I do, I probably will adopt. So, I have no clue. What's the worst grade you ever got on a test? I'm pretty sure I failed a test once, so an F. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? When I was a child, it was probably Cardcaptor Sakura. What did you dress up as on Halloween when you were 8? I'm just zooming through these as best I can, you guys. And the answer is, I have no clue. I don't remember what I was 20 years ago. Or almost 20 years ago. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? Yes to 2 of them. Guess which one's down below. Because I think that would be fun. And I want to get comments. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? Well, I have an American accent, and my main problem with it is I can't pronounce the letter T very well in the middle of words, but I don't really have a preference. I will have which one I have. That's it. Did your mother go to college? Yes, I believe so. Are your grandparents still married? I don't know if they can count as married if the majority of my grandparents are dead. Right? I don't know. Have you ever taken karate lessons? Yes, I took them in middle school. And I still practice once in a blue moon. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Yes, because I'm an old person, and I had a teacher in, I think it was 5th grade. She had this little Kermit the Frog puppet, which she would use to tell us our assignments for certain classes. I think it was history. It was either history or science because that's what she taught. And it was really interesting. And no, she taught science and math, I think. I can't remember anymore. Damn. What's the first amusement park you've been to? Probably Disneyland. I can't really remember which one I went to first. I know I went to SeaWorld when I was like 2, because I have a story about it from my father. But other than that, I have no clue. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? A number of them. I'd like to be able to read and understand Russian, just because my pharmacy has a lot of Russian goods in it, and I can't read half of them. As in half of the products at the store, because they're all in Russian. I also would like to be able to speak Japanese. I'd enjoy being able to speak fluent Italian. Lots of languages I'd like to be able to speak. Do you spell the color as gray or gray? Which, saying out loud sounds weird, but it's G-R-A-Y or G-R-E-Y, and I honestly go back and forth. I mostly do G-R-A-Y, personally, but I work with either one, really. I don't know which one is proper or not proper. It's one of those weird grammatical things that kind of just confuses me, even as an editor. Is your father bald? Surprisingly not. My father still has a head of hair that is somewhat long, but it is pretty much white. Do you know triplets? I have characters that are doubles, but I don't have any triplets I know of personally in my life. I've known a lot of twins, though. Do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? I don't even remember seeing The Notebook. I think I did, I don't know. But I did enjoy the Titanic a lot, so I'm just going to say that because I don't remember The Notebook very well. Have you ever had an Indian food? Yes, I have had a number of friends since high school who were Indian, and I would go to their houses and I would have authentic Indian food. And it was good except for the fact that it was very spicy usually, and I have no tolerance towards spices. Have you ever been to Olive Garden? No. And I did these two backwards, sorry. What's the name of your favorite restaurant? I go to 3 places primarily for food. Vito's Pizzeria, Pizza Mania, and the Gotham City Diner. That's pretty much the only places I go to on a regular basis. I also like Red Lobster that I go to once in a blue moon. I like the Palm Terrace, which is nearby, which is way too expensive, but really good. Those are restaurants I really like. I can't wire it down to one. Do you belong to any warehouse stores? No. Because I'm looking at the paper with all the questions on it, I will be looking down a lot. I apologize for that. But if I hold up the paper so I can see it, you'll just see the paper instead of me. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? I have no idea, but it would have to be something with an A, and it can't be Abraham. So, something like that. Maybe Alex, I don't know. I never actually asked my parents that. I should ask Dad what he would have done. If you have a nickname, what is it? I have a lot of nicknames. I've been named everything from Luna, because my pen name means Luna and people know me by it. My father knows me by it. Everyone pretty much knows me as Luna, honestly, in my life. And so Luna. I've been called weird things like Fluffy Green Marshmallow, which is because I was wearing a fluffy green down jacket. And for some reason, that teacher's aide always described me based on what food I looked like for the day when my friends were asking where I was on the playground. But mostly I'm called Luna, June for Juneberry, which is a common name I use online, and Ash, because Ash. Who's your favorite person in the world? I don't have a favorite person, honestly, because I have a lot of favorite people. I love a lot of people, and so for me, choosing one person is really tough. Would you rather live in a rural area or in the suburbs? Honestly, I do like some parts of the suburbs. I really like the rural areas when I visit them because there's a lot more space, it's a lot less congested in general, and that's really good for me because of my anxiety. But at the same time, suburbs, like I've always lived in, are pretty convenient, so I can't complain as much about them, even though they're pretty compact in my area. Can you whistle? Absolutely not. Do you sleep with a nightlight? Not usually. I mean, there are lights in the room that are there because of electronics, like little power lights and stuff, but otherwise I don't keep lights on when I go to sleep. I can't really sleep with lights on. Well, actually I can sometimes because I've fallen asleep watching TV, which is definitely late. Do you eat breakfast every morning? No. I don't always have breakfast. I try to. I've been trying to be better about it. Usually it's just a nutrition shake though, because I can't handle it chewing in the morning. I don't know what it is, I just really don't have the energy for it when I wake up. So either I wait a long time to eat, or I have myself a nutrition shake. Do you take any pills or medications daily? Yes, and thank you for reminding me. I have to go take my pills soon. What medical conditions do you have? I feel like it would be more fun to say what medical conditions I don't have, but I have a number of them. I have fibromyalgia, I have migraines, very bad migraines I might add. I have my sensory issues, I have mental health issues, which are all medical conditions. I had a heart problem for most of my life, which I got fixed with the minor surgery a couple of years ago. Yeah, I have a lot of medical issues, honestly. I have mild arthritis in my back. I have spinal stenosis, which means my spinal column is kind of tighter than it should be, which leads to herniated discs and stuff. Lots of fun things, I say facetiously. How many times have you been to the hospital? I don't know because I don't keep count. I visit the hospital regularly because my doctor works in a private office on the second floor of the hospital. I also just have been there a number of times for the ER. I went to the ER 3 times in 1 month once when I was in 7th grade, which is how we found out about my migraines, my heart problem, and how bad my anxiety gets. Because my anxiety got so bad I lost control of my leg completely. I couldn't walk. It was really bad. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes. Where do you buy your jeans? I haven't bought jeans in years, and I'm trying to buy them on Amazon now because I need some new jeans. But so far, I haven't bought jeans in years, so I really don't know what to tell you about that. What's the last compliment you got? I think it was either someone telling me I'm cute or I'm really nice. Because I get those two a lot, and so I've gotten used to it. So I don't know which one came last anymore. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Unfortunately not. I only remember my nightmares really. Conveniently, I can use them for writing ideas, but not so conveniently, I wake up in a cold sweat. What flavor of tea do you enjoy? Personally, my favorite kind of tea is probably mint tea. I'm not allowed to have normal tea, like green tea, which I used to love, black teas or white teas, which I don't understand the names of these teas, honestly. But I'm not allowed to have regular tea because I'm not allowed to have caffeine due to my migraines. They tend to make my migraines worse. So I'm not allowed to have caffeine. So I can only have herbal teas. But in terms of herbal tea, I really like mint tea, especially if you add some frozen berries into it. It gives it a really nice flavor, and you get a little snack at the end as a bonus. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own that fit? 3, I think. I'm not 100% sure if 1 or 2 of them fit. I have a pair of sneakers. Dad got me 2 pairs of boots for winter. And one fits a little awkwardly. The other fits a little different type of awkwardly. I have wide feet, so getting shoes that fit my feet is really hard. Like, I have really wide feet. What religion will you raise your children to practice? Personally, if it's up to me, I won't raise them to be religious at all. I will let them choose their own path as they grow up. I will help them experience various religions and let them choose the one that fits them. I will not personally push them in any one direction. It wasn't done for me that way personally. I was pushed into Judaism when I was a little kid, but once I turned 13 and had my bat mitzvah, my family stopped pushing me and I was allowed to go with my gut. So I really think it's better to just have them experience different ones and then let them see which one feels right to them. How old were you when you found out that Santa wasn't real? I was a little kid who knew already because for some reason Santa never came to my house because I was Jewish. And that just didn't sound like what Santa would do. However, I was raised my dad tried to raise me anyway to believe in Moses Claus, which was the Jewish Santa. But that didn't work very well. Why do you have a Tumblr? Better question. Why do you assume I have a Tumblr? I mean, I had one years ago, but I haven't used it in years. And I don't have a purpose for one. So I don't know why it's assumed that I would have one. But, wow, that went faster than I thought because there were so many questions I couldn't think of an answer to. Thank you for watching this video of 50 questions that I've supposedly never been asked, and most of them I haven't been asked. So I had a fun time doing this. I hope you had a fun time learning about me, and maybe you'll share some of your answers in the comments below. I don't know. I hope you will. Anyway, that's it for today. See you next time.